Today's video is gonna be a bit different from usual. I know I normally shoot street photography, but I'm working on a video that's taken me a little bit longer to put together, a bit more complicated than expected. But last night I made a picture of these little dinosaur things and I thought it was pretty awesome. So I'm gonna try and make a better version of it today with only using the Ricoh GR, and also I'm going to try it out with the X100V to see which one comes out better. I have a feeling that the GR is kind of suited for this though, because it has this macro mode and I think it can focus closer than the X100V, but we'll find out. I'm going to put this on a tripod though so that I can get a longer exposure and lower ISO, because it was maybe a little bit too grainy on the one that I did last night. Anyways, let's just start messing around with this. I'm going to flip the sides of this around. Hopefully this microphone will do the job for now. So the way that I did this last night was, my wife's she's filming these little things with candy, with peanut butter M&Ms, and she'd already glued all of these on top of these things, so I can't really change how they are, but it actually kind of worked out well, like somehow it made the scene more interesting. But I just arranged these in various different ways. I don't remember exactly which ones were where. I know that this one was in the middle. This one probably was maybe towards the back. Had ones closer to the camera. And I also put like a twisty tie around the neck of this pterodactyl. And then just tried to line up these things. I need to move that chair out of the background. Grab the tripod, put this on here. It also might help that there's more light just now, because I was doing this just under the artificial light in the house, and now we've got this big window beside the kitchen table that might help. So it needs to have, everything needs to be closer. Let me lower the level on that a little bit. Bring this box here and grab this dinosaur up a bit, just sort of finagling these things around. It's looking a bit better. This time we're going to take this pterodactyl and just drop them in the sky there to fill up the frame a bit. I'm going to get some motion blur because he's wobbling around, so I'll speed up that shutter just a little bit. I mean, it's still not enough to not get motion blur, but it should help a bit. There we go, that's looking pretty good. I'm kind of liking this. So I'm shooting it in black and white, but it's also raw, so when I get an image that I like, I can do the raw development in the camera, make the same image but in colour. It's looking not bad. We're at f8, so most things are in focus. Bring the pterodactyl back in. There's a dust spot on the sensor that you may have seen in other pictures. I'll try and cover that with the pterodactyl. That's pretty awesome. Let's develop that one. So this was like a whole, probably at least an hour of my time last night was just moving these dinosaurs around, trying to find different ways to prop them up and make some sort of cool scene with them. But I did not try it with the X100V, so I think I'll try that with it now. I might not even bother with the tripod. Oh, that will focus really close. F11. This is crazy. It looks, I mean the screen on the X100V is so much better than the GR. More like 35mm perspective is making it a little more difficult to build that scene up and make it complicated while also kind of making sense. It's also kind of nice that I can use the higher ISO a little more easily. And I'm using the Ektar simulation in the camera, but that might change in editing or anything. I feel like we could bring this a lot closer. The GoPro's so far away. This is going to be such a strange video. What I'm trying to get is all of their heads kind of separate. So there's a little bit of overlap between them, and I could shuffle them around. It's kind of like a landed time forgot type scene going on. This might be a new hobby of mine. This is kind of a lot of fun to do, which is such a dumb thing to take joy in. When Melissa and I have kids, I'm going to be stealing their toys to make silly scenes like this all the time. So that was this whole creative idea that I had last night, and maybe something I will continue to do in the future, preferably not with dinosaurs that are already stuck on top of miniature takeout boxes. But a fun idea to try at home if you are, I don't know, on lockdown or don't have access to street photography or aren't going out or just it's too cold outside or whatever the reason. Screwing around with little figures from Michael's or whatever craft store you want to go to, kind of fun. Alright, thank you for watching, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.